Well, good evening, and thank you for showing up for the virtual open house for Normal Community High School. My name is Jeff Christopherson. I'll be your child's chemistry teacher this year for Honors Chemistry. I'll give you a brief overview about myself, maybe my philosophy of teaching, and give you a few links that you can follow up with and if you have questions, if you want to learn a little more. Ultimately, if you have questions, feel free to send me an email and I'll get back to you, and if we need to meet on a Google Meet or make a video for you to tell you some stuff, we can certainly do that as well. So just real quickly, I've been teaching chemistry here at Normal Community High School for about 28 years, so I got lots of experience. I put a link from my website, and I'll leave this PowerPoint there if you want. You can look at some of my experiences. I worked in industry. I worked in the pharmaceutical industry before I taught for the Upjohn Company, and then for environmental science and engineering in Peoria before I started teaching. My experience is I have my master's plus way more than 48 hours in chemistry, and so I feel pretty solid with the content that we're covering. I think I can do a pretty good job of making it relevant for your child, as well as give them a really good background so that when they take chemistry in college, they tend to say, hey, chemistry in college was really easy for me. Thanks for giving me a great start in high school. In my spare time, I do a lot of photography. If you've ever been to Normal Community High School and you saw the big TVs with all the pictures, the sporting pictures, those are all ones that I shoot. I have a Shutterfly site where there's probably more than 150,000 pictures there of different events that I go to. And feel free to look at those and download the pictures if your child's in them, and you can print them anywhere you'd like. I've had 3 children attend Unit 5. My oldest son is a chemical engineer. He went to University of Illinois, and he works for the Pillsbury Company in Tennessee. My oldest daughter studied chemistry at University of Illinois as well, and she is finishing up her 4th year of medical school this year. And my youngest son is a senior. He is busy taking lots of really hard classes. I think he has 5 APs and a dual credit class, as well as he's active in cross country and track and band and jazz band and Scholastic Bowl and I don't know what else. It's a lot. My advice is make sure you keep your child busy. Smart kids can tend to get in trouble if they're not always keeping busy. So the busier they are, the better their day will go. The time will pass by very quickly. Obviously, online learning is not ideal. I'll do my best to create videos of each lesson and post those for your child, and then we'll meet periodically for them to ask questions, and I'll give them practice with homework as well. The lessons are all going to be on my calendar. I'll show you where that is in just a little bit. Your child would know where that is. I've also uploaded them all to YouTube so they can be watched on their cell phone. If maybe you've got a bad internet at home but got really good, cell service, your child can watch them that way. They can certainly watch the videos ahead of time. I would encourage them to do that so that way when we meet, if they have questions, they know what they're going to be asking. On my website is a calendar as well. And again, I'll show you where all these things are here in just a moment. And it will list the full lesson for the day, along with the videos, along with the link for any homework that they have to do. I have a Google Classroom. And again, as I've been saying, I'll share that with you. Your child should have been using the Google Classroom all along to be getting assignments. They'll also turn in their assignments through Google Classroom. After the assignments are turned in, there are due dates on those assignments. I will then post to the Google Classroom the answer key. So when I'm checking homework, I'm checking for, in essence, completion, but I'm looking for small things to alert them to as well. And then the responsibility is on the child to, check their answers more thoroughly if they wish to. In terms of my email, it's right there. It's CHRISTJS@unit5.org. Again, feel free to contact me if you have questions or concerns. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Some days I'm recording videos, so you might send me an email and I might not get back to you till 2 or 4 o'clock or something, even though you send it at 10 o'clock. It just depends on how busy my day is. Sometimes I'll get back to you within a few minutes. Okay. I don't know if you can read this. It says standards-based classroom, but if I move my face, this is a non-standards-based class. I'm not a particular fan of standards-based grading. I think that homework is a very important part of schoolwork, especially at the high school level. It's how students learn the material. And so the homework is there kind of to both boost their grade and show them how to do that. Without the homework, then their grades would be merely a test. And doing tests online is challenging enough, and then to allow retakes is something that I'm not really interested in doing in an online fashion because I'm not sure who's retaking the test. In terms of what are the topics that we'll be studying for this year, I think we can address that here. I don't know, I keep clicking, it's not advancing my presentation. Little technical glitch there. Let me come out of the presentation and let's present it one more time, see if that makes a difference. Somehow my computer froze up on me. Well, no problems. We'll just keep on moving. So the topics to study are listed on my website. Again, I'm going to show you that in a second. It's a traditional chemistry course, what students would expect first year chemistry. Now, one thing I would suggest or ask of you is if you didn't have a good experience with chemistry, don't share that with your child. Let them have an experience that maybe is better than your experience so that they think it's actually fun, maybe. When homework is given, it's your child's homework. It's not your homework to do. So don't feel any big compulsion, oh, my child is struggling and I don't know how to help them. Well, all they have to do is ask for help and I'll help them. We also have somebody in the, I don't know if we call it Forge now or what we call it, but it's an academic support center where we have an adult who works there who actually knows chemistry very well, and I can have students work with that person as well if they need more assistance. My Google Classroom, if you wanted to join to see what's on there, that is the join code BXGZ346. My website is www.teachandlearnchem.com. It's actually a very popular website. At one point it was the #1 high school chemistry website in the world. I was very fortunate to work with the National Science Foundation to get paid money to develop that website many years ago. And so we all get the benefit of using all the resources that I've put on there. And I mentioned if you wanted to get any pictures of sporting events that I go to, there's my Shutterfly website. So let me close this off and sort of show you. So now I'm at my website, what I consider my website, since I pay for this hosting. It's teachandlearnchem.com. And I developed this, probably close to 14, 15 years ago, and have worked very closely with Mr. John Bergman. He teaches physics here at Normal Community and used to teach chemistry. And so we post all our materials here. So if we look under the chemistry tab, you will have all the units that we study labeled here, and you can click on them and you'll see, like, we're currently in a matter and energy unit. So it will have in here the notes, both filled in and not filled in. It will have outlines, it will have lesson plans, it will have PowerPoints. Each unit you'll see there's probably 200 to 400 slides that accompany that. Those are the ones that I make into videos for your child to watch. There are also all the worksheets. If your child ever says, I can't find a worksheet, or it wasn't given in the packet at the beginning of the year, they can certainly print them from here. I've put them as both a PDF, which is what I would suggest. They can download the PDF easily, or if you have Microsoft Word at home, I put them in Word as well. There will also be demos. We won't generally do that. We won't be doing labs this year unless we get back in person. The liability issue is too great, even if I give very simple things for your child to do at home. So that part I'm a little bummed about. I love doing demonstrations and labs with the kids. Unfortunately, this is going to be more of a minds-on, not a hands-on chemistry course, I'm afraid, this year. And then there's some topics review for each unit. There will also be, under the NCHS Science, there is a homework calendar. So on that calendar, they can click and see what is due each day. So today I'm recording, this is August 31st. They're going to be watching these couple videos, and then there's some basic stuff there, and then the homework would be linked at the bottom of the page. In terms of what other information they can find on that website, there's topics review. If they end up taking physics, or maybe they are in physics, we have all the AP physics lessons up here, and physics as well. Mr. Bergman, who teaches those courses, has already created videos for the physics, so those can be watched as well. And again, I will be recording all the videos and putting them on the website as well as YouTube and my calendar for your child to watch. On the Google Classroom, that's the other part your child should be looking at, I will put information up here. Now they would have something that says upcoming events, very similar to mine. My view is a little bit different from theirs. So this will show the assignments, when they were due, how many have turned them in, and out of the were signed, and they're graded. So these two have already been done. This assignment is due today, so I've already graded 46 of them. 22 people still need to get that turned in today. And I get these done in real time and get them entered. And then later on, what I will do, if I return to the stream on here, is I post material. So this assignment was due on the 28th of August. So on the 29th of August, I posted, says feel free to check your answer. And then they can click that and they can check their own work. So that's how things will work for this class. Obviously, there's a running stream of information going down here. Every time I send something, your child should get an alert of that. We'll meet about 3 times a week. We might not meet for the entire 20 minutes. Most of the kids have told me that it's kind of a waste of time, at least the way it's being utilized right now, that they prefer to watch the videos. So I will be available for the children. I need them to go on for at least the first 5 minutes. We'll talk a little bit, maybe review, and then I'll say if there's no questions, you can go, and I hang around for those that do have questions. And I think that's going to work pretty well throughout the entire year. So that in a nutshell is honors chemistry. Thanks for taking the time to listen to the video. Thanks for all that you've done to prepare your child to get them ready for honors chem and all the challenging courses they'll be taking here at Norman Community. I wish them luck. Please wish me luck as we go on in our adventure of online learning. Again, if you have questions, please go ahead and contact me. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.